This is my favorite one. People who raise your game to the next level, right? You want to hang out with people who bring that extra stuff. I remember back when I was in college, I played a lot of racquetball, and you get to play with the same people all the time on the dorm floor, and you start, you're either crushing the same guy all the time, or you're being crushed. Well, this is my example. So I was playing the same people all the time, and I was doing well, and I was competing. It would do like, you'd win a match, and then I'd win a match, that type of stuff. Then I played this one guy in a tournament once, who just wiped the floor with me. I couldn't return a serve. 15 and out each time, 15 and out, right? Like, what the heck is up with this? But sure enough, so he beat me, he wiped the floor with me, and I said, well, we've got plenty of time left, can we play again, right? And I played this guy consistently over the next couple of days. I wanted to get better. And wouldn't you know it, I started being able to return his serve, right? And then every once in a while I'd score a point. And so it was like 15-3 instead of 15 and out, right? Then I got better. He raised my game to the next level. And then when I played with my friends that I've been playing with after a while, I was a much stronger player, right? So you want to hang out with people that challenge you to improve yourself. The way that I like to think about this is, remember what your mother said. All right? This is not my mom or anybody else that's in the room. My mom has been known to make this face, and everybody else can probably remember their mother making this face. But what did your mother say, right? Don't hang out with those kids. When I was a kid, I get caught smoking cigarettes, caught drinking beer, all that stupid stuff that kids do, right? And my mother would make this face. The only time you hear Michael Gordon Langford II is when Mom's making this face, right? I always remember this when I think of who I hang out with, right? And one of my favorite business speakers of all time is this guy named Guy Kawasaki. He's a venture capitalist. He's big in Silicon Valley. I shared a video of his with Pete and Kate. And he had said, look, the average American company, and this applies to your network as well, is getting dumber by the minute, right? And here's the reason why. The average manager out there is intimidated to hire somebody smarter than his or herself. So we hire somebody just 99% as smart as ourselves, right? We don't like to hang out with people who make us uncomfortable because they're smarter than us, or they're better than us, or maybe they're more accomplished than we are, right? So we tend to dumb it down a little bit. Well, if you take just 99%, somebody just 1% dumber than you, or 1% less competent than you, and you raise that to infinity, right? If anybody remember the calculus, or I don't want this to be a calculus class, but 99% times 90% taken on approaches 0. Whereas, right, 1% smarter than you, raised to infinity, approaches infinity, right? You create an organization that's constantly getting better, constantly raising their level. So you don't want to associate with toxic members, right? That's the first thing you want to avoid, right? So I've got a little bit of a list here again of who to associate with. Good, people who talk about vision of the future. They're talking about grand ideas. Where do they want to go with their business? People you want to avoid, the sky is falling, right? People always telling you about what hurts, what sucks, why the business environment's in the tank, it's never going to get better. Don't hang out with those people. And if you see them in your network, try to correct it. Try to reverse the course of the conversation and improve, right, where it's going, right? Gossiping about others is one of the most toxic things, right? If you find yourself constantly getting in a conversation, bitching about another member of your network, that can get out of control, right? It's not a good thing, right? What does that say about you, right? Using your blog, this is a good one, using your blog, Pete's blog, to analyze and articulate thought leadership. Pete does a great job about that. He'll see something, he'll talk about it, and try to get other people to enter the conversation. But using your blog to bitch about people and stuff that just happened, or rip about, oh, this new product sucks. You see that all the time. People talk bad-mouthing products, politicians, all that type of stuff. What does that do for you? What does that say about you?